Wow, that's good. Wow. You guys want to scan it? Okay, guys. Wow. You guys are ready? Is that Hashem? All right, people. You ready, guys? You got a big bodyguard here. I love that. If you stay here, nobody's going to mess with me, Every year I have a big bodyguard. I'm not kidding. In every school. That's awesome. Thanks for coming, by the way. I want to thank everybody for coming. People, let's make it quick. Oh, wow. Is that Sabrina? You see that? Awesome. Thanks for coming. Come more often. Sabrina's with this program since 6th grade. It's awesome. That's it. You were involved since 6th grade with the program in HDC, remember? Awesome. I remember it too. A lot of you guys were. Anyways, guys, let's make it very quick. One of the things that I wanted to actually share with you, this week they're going to take out 3 Sifrei Torah in the synagogue. Usually doesn't happen. You take out 3 scrolls. One is for the parsha of the week that we read. Next one is because it's Rosh Chodesh, the beginning of the month. And as you know, we're studying the parsha of Shkalim. So we're going to, shekel means shekel is money, what I'm saying? But it used to be silver money. And also this week's parsha talks about building a house for God. So it says that when the Jews were in the desert, they made a golden calf, and then they were worried that God didn't forgive them. So then God does forgive them, but the Jews didn't believe it. They say, give us a sign after such a bad sin. How is it possible that God is going to forgive us, right? So God said, you know what? Make a temple for me. Make me a holy place, and I'm going to dwell in it. So if God is present amongst the Jews, that means God is very comfortable. You only go to a place that you feel comfortable and friendly. You don't go to a place that you don't like, right? But there's one problem, and that is when the Torah says, make me a holy place, it says, V'asuli mikdash, make for me a holy place, but it doesn't say, so I will dwell in it. It says, I will dwell in them. Forgive my English, but grammarly, whatever you say, it doesn't make sense. If it says, make me a holy place, it's only one holy place. It should say, I will dwell in it, not I'll dwell in them. If God would have said, make me many holy places and I will dwell in them, then it would make sense. So because of this question, actually, rabbis explain that the Torah is giving us another hint. Yes, God is in the temple, God is in the, in the Western Wall, but God is sending us a hint that He wants each one of us to be a dwelling place for God. That's why it says, I want to dwell in them. Every single one of us, by acting in a proper way, we could actually be a dwelling place. God dwells within every single one of us. I said all the time, we are not just human beings. God forbid, we are not animals walking on 2 feet. Like, some scientists want to say. We are a godly being. The Bible says God created us in His image. So obviously we could be a dwelling place. Now, how do we do that? Obviously by doing good deeds. Very, very simple. You don't have to do major stuff. You see somebody that needs help, you help him, you made yourself a dwelling place. You go home this afternoon, Mommy, what can I do to help you for Shabbat? Seriously, small stuff. You see your teacher, you smile and you say good morning. At the end of the day, you thank your teachers for actually educating you for the future. These are very great things, small things that we do, but they make us a dwelling place for God. Let's just say 3 things that we learn actually from this week's portion. One of the most holiest things in the temple was the place of the ark. That's where the 2 tablets were in. Now, how did I make the holy ark? Anybody knows? What? What was it made out of? It was wood and it was gold, both. Very well. It was actually made from a very special type of a wood, but it had to look beautiful. So they made actually 3 arks. A bigger golden one, then they put the wood one in the middle, then they made a smaller golden one. So it was made out of wood, but it was covered within and without with gold. What does this teach us? Every one of us actually carries the flag of the Torah, of the Bible. We have to be nice, and it was made from pure gold. We have to be pure within and without. There are some people that inside, they're pure. They believe in perfection. But when it comes to other people, they're not willing to to help. I just want to perfect myself. You disturb me from perfecting myself. There are some people that actually, they look nice on the outside, but inside they're very rotten. They smile at you, I love you, I'm happy for you, but inside they're very jealous. So here the Torah says to be someone that God dwells within him, he has to be nice inside to perfect himself, but he has to be nice towards the outside too. Very, very important thing. Another thing that we have, all the measurements in the Torah for the vessels were half. Like the Aaron, the ark, the length was 1.5, 2.5. The width was 1.5. The height was 1.5. Why is God so much, stressing half? Why can't we have whole numbers? It's hard, If you tell me 1 plus 1, I know it's 2, but 1.5 plus 1.5, or 1.5 plus 1.75, it makes me confused. Especially because I never went to college.
Maybe because nothing can be perfect.
Oh, not bad. He's getting there. Not bad. Not. What the Torah is teaching us. Very good. You have to feel that you're only half. You never accomplished fully. I don't mean to get depressed. There's always more to learn. That's one thing. That's why it says 1.5. A Torah student has to know there's always much more to learn. I'm sure you guys are educated. You pass one grade, but the new grade that you go to, wow, there's a new world. When you go to college, there's a new world. When they want to get your specialty, there's another new world, right? And then there's so many areas that we're not even, educated about it. Another thing that it teaches us is that I'm half without another Jew, or I'm half without God. That's why also this parasha that we read about Shkalim, Shkalim is half a silver coin. When they wanted to bring sacrifices in the temple, they had to give money every year because you had to bring the sacrifices from new donations. God says give only half a shekel. Why not a full shekel? So they say because the other half is another human being. You're not complete with another human being, or you're not complete without God. So these are a few things that we learn, guys. We can make ourselves a dwelling place. You have to be golden, pure gold, inside and outside. You got to always feel that we didn't accomplish everything. There's always more to do. We are half. And we always half without another human being. And we are half without